Is this film more than its raunchy title suggests? Let's find out. Hello Fanatics, I'm Dylan Phillips, and this is the Film Fanatic Review bringing you Blockers, starring Leslie Mann, John Cena, and Ike Barinholtz. First, we'll tell you what the movie is about, and our initial thoughts. Then we'll move on to our spoiler-free likes and dislikes. We'll finish up with some spoiler-heavy thoughts on this film, and our final word. Blockers follows the story of three parents who try to stop their daughters from having sex on prom night. Overall, I enjoyed this film. I was surprised at how layered the story really is, despite what its title and the trailers would suggest. For what I liked about this film, let's start off with the best part, the story. This film has a surprisingly layered story, despite the assumption it would use a lot of crude humor. The themes of parenthood, responsibility, acceptance, and letting go are paired with independence, peer pressure, sexuality, and identity to show this story isn't as simple as it seems. Rather than be a typical prom night film, it explores both the perspectives of the parent and the kid, as well as their relationships in order to become a coming-of-age story for both generations. Meanwhile, the actors shine with some phenomenal performances across the board. The story allows an equal amount of time for both the parents and the kids, so that they can deliver deep characters with even deeper relationships. Out of the main six characters, I'd have to say that John Cena is the most memorable as the overprotective father. However, Ike Barinholtz and his relationship with his daughter is a close runner-up. However, the film is a bit slow in the middle, as it does drag through this long prom night. And there are a few questionable slow motion choices made for this film, and I'll explain more in the spoiler section. And that's where I'll end our spoiler-free thoughts on this film. If you want to hear our final word or rating of this film, pause now and click the link in the description, because now, it's time for spoilers. Alright, so first let me explain the slow-mo that I had issues with. Throughout the film, Sam shows an attraction to her fellow classmate Angelica, and this is seen through her looking over at her and having time slow around her. To me, the slow-mo was overused and tiresome after a couple of times. After the first few, we understood what it represented, and yet they kept using it, and it became a little too repetitive. And the best scenes to me were the sex pact, limo, the beer chugging, the naked Marco Polo, and the hotel scene. So, with the thoughts heard, here's our final word. Blockers is a smartly written, raunchy comedy filled with a ton of heart and humor for everyone. While the story drags a bit at times and there are some questionable editing choices, the memorable performances paired with a deeply layered, thought-provoking story make this a fresh and updated perspective for the coming-of-age genre. This film does so well thanks to its ability to tell the story from both the perspective of the parents and the kids without having one overshadow the other. So I'm gonna give Blockers an 8. Thanks everyone for watching our review. Are you planning on seeing Blockers, or if you've already seen it, do you have something to add? What did you think of the story? Let us know in the comments below. I'm Dylan Phillips, and this has been the Film Fanatic Review. If you liked this video and you want to see more, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Check out our latest Fanatic 5 video where we discuss the top Mark Rylance roles. Don't forget to follow us on our social media. And until next time, Fanatics, keep it real.